Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, so I heard about this game, and I've just been having fun with it for the last, like, couple hours. And, I heard about it from Ambiguous Amphibian on YouTube. Amazing content creator. And, he heard about it from somebody else. But, it's like an open world RPG, but you can pretty much do anything you want. Meaning, like, you can kill quest givers and, like, you can take over cities all by yourself and you can create your own settlements. I've just been playing a little bit just to get used to it, and it's just so fun that I really wanted to stream tonight and show people how cool it is. So, yeah. So we'll start a new adventure. The way it works is that it's going to randomize a world. This was my, like, last character, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, so we're going to make a new world. We'll make it really big. Civilizations, we'll put them... I've only been using handful the whole time, so... This is pretty cool. I don't know whether you can travel, like, across the ocean. But this is a pretty cool area. I'm assuming you can travel across the ocean. Yeah. So, okay, let's name this. Let's name this. This looks pretty cool. So, let's name it... Oh man, let's just name it Adventureland. This is perfect number of characters. Oh, Adventurelands. Yeah, let's do Adventurelands to avoid copyright claims. Okay, and then what we do is we press create. And then, oh, no, sorry, I did it wrong. Okay, this will be Adventurelands. And then what we do is we press save, and then the time will pass. So you see at the top, it says year 25. So it's gonna simulate 100 years. So you can see people are moving around, roads are being built, settlements are being created. Super interesting. And once it gets to to year 100, then you can keep progressing the world, but we'll just leave it. And then you can pick if you want high fantasy, which your character doesn't die, doesn't age, but skills, excuse me, skills take longer to advance. Or we can do dark fantasy, which your character permanently dies when you die, but you can create another character in the same world if you want to. You can begin as part of an existing family. Or you can do hardcore, which is when you die, the world dies. So let's try... I've played dark fantasy and I died. And then I played hardcore and I didn't die, but like I was just like, you need to start streaming because this is so cool. So let's do hardcore. And then we'll pick our person. I picked so the first time I played, I picked a Mushman. You can pick a Mushman, which is like super cool. You don't often get to pick a Mushman character. Hi, Teddy. Teddy's just showed up. He's getting bored with his little toy and he wants some cuddles. So yeah. Then you pick your starting skills. Characters are shaped by the skills that they use. Each has a maximum potential that will allow you to master up to 5 skills, or mix and combine them. Yeah! If this is your first playthrough, it's recommended to pick adventuring with a knife and at least one weapon or magic combat ability to deal with dangers while exploring the world. So every time I've started with adventuring, and then you pick adventuring, and then you can pick your starting item based on these 4. Adventuring seems like a really good one to start with. I wish that I could see the skills, because there's a skill progression for each thing. But I'm also super interested in agriculture. You can start with a sickle, and you can start with a hoe. The sickle lets you harvest stuff, and the hoe lets you plant stuff. I've never had both at the same time, so I've started with the sickle and then been trying to get a hoe, and then I've started with the hoe and never found a sickle. Because getting your new tools actually takes like a little bit of time. So... carpentry starts you with a hatchet, which is pretty cool. Hatchet is like really, really helpful. But I think I've tried adventuring, agriculture, I've tried floromancy, which I think is really cool. I like floromancy. I think we're gonna pick floromancy. Hunting is also really good. It just makes you like unleash deadly volleys with a bow or crossbow and forge bonds with animal companions. I don't know what this does. Empowering those around you, your strategic guidance unlocks their potential. And together you forge a formidable force. Okay. I like this one is necromancy. You train this skill by using abilities, corrupting souls, and taking control of undead creatures. But you actually, like, your very first ability is to, like, kill civilized people. Which is interesting. Protection I've never tried yet. Thievery kind of... you gain thievery on your own by attacking with a dagger. Having one thing to attack with seems good. I want to try a playthrough without having adventuring as a main skill. So I want to do agriculture and floromancy. Those are the ones I'm like most interested in. And then I kind of want to do... I don't know, leadership. By giving orders to your companions. So that kind of seems like a really difficult one to start leveling if you don't have any companions. Let's pick a protection. Because if we try to play as sort of a pacifist to begin with until we get more comfortable. Parry percentage is the same. Physical, resist frost. Physical, nature, and acid. I think we'll go with a sickle, and a wooden shield. And with Floromancy, you also get a spell that kind of, it can ensnare. Let's check out our different options here. You can get a monocle, which is super interesting. I think we'll go with that. Our mouth. You can either have like a there's interesting mouths for the mushmen. And for eye color, I've been liking the we'll go with the green. Let's do the happy friendly mushman mouth. And then hair, we did that already. Body, new body color. I didn't realize we could do that. I think we'll stick with this one. And then clothing. There's like 4 different types of hairs. And then it just changes your shirt kind of thing. So, I don't know. I liked this shirt before, actually. So let's pick, let's see, so we've got this, wait. This one. I think we'll go with this one, and dark red, pink, green. I like either this one or this one. I think we'll go with the red. And then you can randomize your character name, and some of them are really super interesting. I think we got Sporling last time. Cremini. I think Cremini is amazing. Hey, Nate. What the hell am I looking at? This is a super cool game. It's called Soulash 2. I'll show you a little bit about it once we make our character. We need a name for our mushroom character. Sargodon Levigata. That's a toadstool. Nintendo owns rights to that. Truffle. Truffle, that's a great name. Truffle is our name. And yeah, we're gonna start with agriculture, floromancy, and protection. Because we're playing on hardcore. Name. Truffle is our name. And yeah, we're gonna start with agriculture. And I'm scared. So that we can harvest yet, but we'll be able to sell our herbs, so maybe we can eventually buy some stuff. Then you can pick which city you start in. I've usually just been starting in the smallest city. 208 people, 153. Okay, so let's start in the Bittertooth cluster. And we'll start as an orphan, because I don't really understand the family part of this. Psilocybin? A penis and a psilocybin name. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. Let's start. Okay, so this is how the game looks. And it looks really weird. But it's actually got a lot of options to, like, play. Oh yeah, so at the top we have our thirst meter, a hunger meter, then we have stamina and health. So we need to make sure that we have access to water, we have access to food, and this is how much we have, like, in our inventory over here. So yeah, it looks a little simplistic, but there's so many options that it's, like, really nuts. So you can talk to people, Ask for directions. 2-hour bike ride. You're gonna fold 3 loads of laundry on your bed. Nice. You've played this a few times. Is this a roguelike? No, it's more like an open world RPG. It's not a roguelike. But I am playing on hardcore so that when I die, my character dies and the world dies. And when you start the world, you pick kind of a randomly generated world, and then like 100 years of randomness passes. So civilizations like pop up and build roads, and it's all new every single time. So yeah, I'm just looking for somebody that I can like Hunter's Lair. We need to figure out a way to get like good stuff first. So we can ask for directions to a particular person. We can trade with people. We only have like the one thing, bread. I figured out a great way to make some early levels and money is by baking bread. So I don't really have anything to trade these people, and I don't have a lot of money. What's our stats looking like? It says we have 6 stat points. Normally you start with 3, so let's check this out. So with agriculture, we can do a whole bunch of like planting, and we can make a straw hat stuff. But it's mostly about planting at first. Eventually you can build like an oven and a cauldron and that kind of thing. I don't know what these are. Oh, right. The mushroom man or the mush man can see at full distance in the dark, but half distance during the day. So it's like the opposite of like human vision, which is super interesting. Vision is super important. With Floromancy, we've got one spell that we start with called Vines. It immobilizes. The immobilize effect succeeds on opposed caster willpower versus defender strength check. So that means we want to have high willpower, because this will be our way to like get away from things that we can't fight. We've also got tree wall, just to like also make some distance between us and other people, because we're not going to be able to fight many things at first. So we didn't really pick too much aggressive skills to begin with. Stand your ground with your shield raised, reducing incoming damage by 5 for 3 turns. That's actually a big deal. Because normally when you're getting hit for like 1 to 3. So that's big. This is a shield slam attack. It deals 9 to 16 damage and knocks enemy back 5 tiles. This is also a great skill for getting away from people. Okay, I think we started in a pretty good spot. Skill-wise. So we want our willpower to be high. That's what that Floromancy said, right? It succeeds on opposed caster willpower versus defender strength check. So that means, I don't know why it says opposed caster willpower. So it's our willpower versus their strength. Oh, and this ability scales of 100% magic power. This was made by one person, and they're not English as a first language. So, and it's early access. So it's going to have a little bit of like localization stuff, but I still don't really get it. Should I increase my magic power or my willpower? I think we want both of them. Physical resistance. Improves chance to parry. Ooh, improves weapon damage for unarmed. See, we could just play as like a punching mushroom. Right, okay. So, does that mean that I should have magic power then? To immobilize?